This is Klokriechers for a review on a LEGO Star Wars set. The set number 75134 Galactic Empire Battle Pack from 2016 with 4 minifigures and 109 pieces. This set was €17 in Europe and $30 in the US. And there are no stickers in this set. Everything you see is printed on. And now let's get to the build as I knock over the stormtroopers. And this is the control station here we get, and it's a simple build. We get the control panel right there, and then we have some clip elements which is going to make it possible to hold the weapons, or perhaps even the spring-loaded missile, which I will get to in a moment. Here we get the turret on the side, which you can swing to the left and to the right. You can also angle it up and down, but when you do that, it may be possible that the plate here will detach from the base. So yeah, be careful with that, because you don't want to break that one off by accident. And let's angle the camera down a little bit, because now let's get to the spring-loaded missile. And once you slide that missile in, yeah, it's the missile is freestanding, and yeah, once you hit this one by accident, you can actually hit somebody, and that won't be too good, because they shoot very well. And let's shoot that one off. Bam, here we go. And once you are done with the play, you can actually store the missile like that if you want to. Doesn't make any sense though, but okay, it's a possibility to do that. I think that's one way to deal with that. And yeah, I think it's a great set, and I really like the playability for that. So let's put the camera back up, and now let's get to the minifigure. Starting with the first minifigure. This is the Imperial Officer. Okay, not the figure you want to go army building, but still a nice one to have. And you get the overall here from the front and the back, and we get this stud shooter right there, and there he is without the cap. And we also have the stud shooter here, as I mentioned before. On each of the stud shooters we get with the set, even though this is a little bit shorter, they work the same way. Once you put the stud in there, you can pull the trigger right there, and then you shoot off the stud like that, which is a simple feature there. I think it adds to the playability, but of course we all want the classic Star Wars blasters, that's for sure. And then we have the shock trooper right there, which is a great figure to have. I really like the design of that. There's the shock trooper from the front, the back is out the hammer from the back, and the front reveals the angry clone face. Yes, it's the angry clone face era, unfortunately, but at the end of the day, it's still a nice minifigure to add to a stormtrooper army. And what also included is the jetpacks to jetpack stormtrooper. I can't talk today. Yeah, apparently they fly now, and they have the long blaster. Of course, they come with the angry clone face as well, as I drop him on the floor, which makes sense thanks to the jetpack. And it's a nice jetpack, that's for sure. And here is the trooper without the accessories. Of course, you won't be able to see that once the jetpack is on. And that's the jetpack, which is a very simple build, very simple piece, and very nice pieces to add to that piece as well. So that's great. And now let's get to the instruction manual. And the instruction has no mistakes, no missing pieces. At the end of the instruction, you get to see the minifigures which LEGO released during that time. And yeah, there are no mistakes, no missing pieces, and no stickers. And now let's get to the box. So here's the box 75134 Galactic Empire Battle Pack, which has Kylo Ren on the corner right there, and there is the back of the box, which shows the playability of the set. So overall, I think it's a great set. Highly recommend you to get this one. Of course, they could have chosen a different type of trooper instead of the Imperial officer. I don't know what kind of trooper they could have included in this set. Maybe a regular stormtrooper in this case. I think that would have made a little bit more sense instead of an officer minifigure. But at the end of the day, it's still a great battle pack, and I highly recommend you to get the set. So in the meantime, please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my playlist for more Lego Star Wars videos I've uploaded there, as well as my website for some cool Lego stuff I've uploaded there. Hit the bell for notification, and in the end screen you can find a link to another channel where I'm doing Lego content as well. Plus you can also find a link to another video which has been suggested by the algorithm. And I will see you over there.